Hi Blur, my name's Nicole Chui and I'm an artist based in London. Here are my top 5 influences. So the first influence is definitely emotion. I think emotion and mood is something that is natural to everyone, but for me, I'm really drawn to people's reactions and instant gratification and the instant feeling that we have based off of seeing whatever's around you, so that you've seen through the lens of the media, all of that. And I tend to incorporate that into the brashness of my strokes in the embroideries. The second one is an artist called Hattie Stewart. I'm really drawn to her illustrations because they're personifying things that exist. So for example, she kind of invented the word doodle bombing, which is where she illustrates on top of magazines, print images that are either vintage or sort of included in pop culture, and she creates her characters on top of that. And I just really love the simplicity of that mix, and also the term doodle bombing I think is really funny and has influenced the way that I use magazines in the early part of my practice to sort of treat them like my sketchbooks. The third influence is an artist called Sonia Delone, who is arguably the pioneer of abstract art. I think she has a really beautiful relationship with color, and I love the way she uses color as a language in her artwork. I think color for me is really significant in expressing all those emotions that I see or feel, because for me, I find it really difficult to express myself in words or in other ways, and it just conveys sort of the loudness of my thoughts, which I find really beautiful, and just a very strong focal point in my body of work. My fourth influence is Joe Cruz, who is a mixed media artist. He's also based in London, but I love similar to Hattie, I really love the simplicity of the use of an oil pastel on top of a scanned-in image. I think the simplicity of his strokes with oil pastel creates such a beautiful contrast with the neutralness of the image, and brings life to it in a new way. The last influence that I would say is people, but people through different lenses. So it could be friends around me. I think observing those relationships and the way people interact with each other has influenced the titles in a lot of my work, and also just the concept of a few of my pieces. Thank you for listening to my inspirations, my influences. I hope this gives you a little idea about me, and if you want to know more, subscribe to Blur down here.